Mondays are always a little nice bonus, man, to start off the week. Caught a 1 to 1.5 RR trade, really a gentleman's trade, man. Like in a world full of bottom and top tickers, bro. The fundamentals will never, ever, ever be beaten. It's just like I don't know, compare it to basketball. Like LeBron has the fundamentals down. He's a foundation. He's the staple work of the NBA. And then you got people like I don't know Anthony Edwards, who else like Shy Gilgeous, SGA. All these flashy players. But in the end, who's the greatest player of all time? The player who has the fundamentals, the player who's been in the league for a while, the player who knows what works. Bottom taking, top taking, all fun, all flashy, but sometimes the win rate just isn't there. Fundamentals will always get you what you need, and especially on Mondays when things aren't guaranteed, fundamentals will always do it to you. So today, a very fundamentally sound trade. Um, Caught it with one of the members in my premium Discord. Literally, like just a textbook unicorn model. Again, just the one for the OGs that know, like those who know. Um, but yeah, simple trade today. Another winning day. So we're at 885 in the balance. Gonna wait until we can hit that 4K bounce to take another 2K payout times 4, so 8K payout. Very nice trade today though. I was seeing if we had potential for shorts. I guess I kind of missed it. Maybe it'll dump now, but it's fine. A winning day is a winning day. Um, and yeah, let's just recap it. But first off, we have to go through the daily bias. So the daily bias, obviously today, coming into the day actually, I was going to, like I said, I was seeing if there was potential for us to short a little lower today on Monday, put in that early low during the week, and then continue to push higher for the rest of the week. Like I said, I think in the Discord I called out, in my premium Discord, I called out my bias. I said, let's see, let me find it. Morning, you guys. We have some nice draws to the upside today. If there's a setup to catch these, take them, right? Personally, I want to take these at market open right away, then a potential reverse off the sweep. We don't end up taking all-time highs, but take the session highs. I'll be going short as our CEO will then have them respected. But that's not what happened. However, I was aware that our draw were those highs, right? So my draw was marked out as those session highs, and then potentially those all-time highs, which we eventually took. So shorts are now just a little bit less probable, but might still happen. But yeah, my initial draw were these Asian highs, and then these London highs, and these Asian highs was what I was telling them to watch out for. And so that's exactly what happened, right? So out of market open, we kind of just pump up higher and we take out these London highs. I'm like, okay, maybe like since we took out those London highs, we have to come and take out those Asia highs too. Also because that once we took these Asia highs out on London or on whole, dude, my words are everywhere. Once we took out London highs on NQ, we hadn't taken it out on ES. And usually at all-time highs, I don't see a huge price dump unless the two pairs are correlated. Like I don't see an absolute reversal unless the two pairs are correlated. So I'm waiting until ES takes these highs too. Like I'm very confident that ES will take both these highs because at all-time highs I'd like to see price correlated and take highs on both pairs until and then get a strong reversal. Okay, so I'm waiting for I'm expecting NQ to push up a little higher because ES is still lagging behind. And once we push up higher, I'm wanting NQ to take out the Asia highs and the London high, and the all-time highs as well. So now because of that, because we took out London highs and now my bias is going to be bullish, I also see that this 5 minute fair value gap is being respected. Like now with the bias bullish on a higher time frame, 4 hour, there's like no indication whatsoever on the 4 hour that we're going to have a reversal yet, right? Like the 6 a.m. candle, like it's just strongly bullish. Daily I already went over that. 1 hour we also end up inversing this fair value gap. That's also a pretty big thing. I was in the trade before we closed on this 1 hour fair value gap, but we were pretty high up. Like we're pretty past this 1 hour fair value gap. And we also had a strong bullish unicorn model that kind of told me like, okay, this should be a pretty simple and easy trade to catch. Like literally a gentleman's trade. Like biases to these highs, like we have a clear draw to these highs, these London highs and Asia session highs, right? Like I know a lot of people are looking for shorts, but the thing, like I said, was ES was lagging behind. I want ES to catch up with NQ because at all-time highs, I like to see those two pairs stay correlated. So we're gonna look for those highs. maybe shorts after, but the initial draw, just keep that in mind. The draw that we're looking for at first are these highs. Okay, so now all I'm doing is I'm looking for an entry to catch these highs. And like I said, we bounce off this 5 minute fair value gap, which is going to be kind of like a higher time frame confluence, respecting this 5 minute gap. 15 minutes just insanely bullish. 5 minute, we tap into this 5 minute fair value gap. Something that also helps is that we're in a macro. And a macro time frame, I just seen these things happen all over again. Right before that macro, we tap into this 5 minute fair value gap. I could have really entered a little bit earlier off this 1 minute inverse fair value gap, but wasn't in the macro, so I waited until the macro happened. Enter off this kind of like retrace candle into the inverse fair value gap right when the macro starts, and don't get a pretty good fill. I'm not gonna lie, I should have probably waited a little bit more for the inverse fair value gap, but stop loss is fine. 26 points, a five. This was for five micros, and yeah, like a 40 point trade. Super simple. I have the live recording going to be posting at the end of this video, but yeah, like a fundamentally sound trade. Tap into the 5 minute fair value gap. 1 minute fair value gap gets inversed. Unicorn model forms like after though, right? Like this, again, I think also comes with intuition as well. Like one of my premium members asked me like, why did I enter a little bit early? Like the higher high didn't form until it was here. Well, like I said, like I'm not gonna be completely straight up and blunt and honest with y'all. This is just me being able to stay confident in my model and me knowing what happened and seeing this happen. I could literally go back into my journals and pull up a trade that looks exactly like this. Like I could probably find it now and show you guys. Matter of fact, I will. I will show you guys a trade that looks exactly like this because it's actually very interesting. All right, there we go. Right here. Literally right here. This was on June 16th, 2025. Tell me these trades don't look eerily similar. Like, yeah, we don't end up tapping the 5 minute fair value gap, but we have an SMT at this low, kind of like helping us bounce off. These two trades, bro, tell me these do not look literally identical to one another. This is what I mean. Like, this model literally repeats itself, and I teach it. I teach it, like, I have entire courses and lessons planned over this model in my Discord, and like the people that are in it right now are using it, and one of them caught this trade today just purely off of this model, bro. And it's just like proof, like this shows up time and time again. And so yeah, I just wanted to show you guys like this is probably that's probably why I entered a little bit early, was because I just seen it happen over again. I'm not lying to you guys when I say this, okay? So yeah, but that was the pretty simple trade I took today. Mondays, like I said, always a good thing to catch a winning trade. Rest of the week, what I see kind of playing out is we pumped pretty high today. I'm gonna see where we finish today, but I don't like how we don't. If we continue to pump the end of the week, continue to pump for the rest of the week, I'm gonna be looking for like shorter moves because I'm gonna be obviously taking long. I'm gonna look for shorter moves because I don't like it how we just pumped straight off of Monday. What I'd like to see is us enter a retrace this week lower, but we'll see what happens. So yeah. Anyways, I thank you guys for watching today's recap. Hopefully it made sense. Truly a simple trade. And hopefully by me showing you guys that this happens all over again, time and time again with the mod that I'm using right now, like you guys actually like believe me that this stuff works. Okay, if you guys already didn't believe earlier, but yeah, I don't think I have to cover anything else yet. We're gonna work towards another payout, and yeah, if you guys want to join the Discord, it's completely free. There's a premium section where I teach this model if you guys want to join, but it's completely optional. And yeah, if you guys are looking also for a funded account, you guys can use code AJO for 80% off. But yeah, that's all I had to cover at the end. Just kind of had to put that in there. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching. Always, God bless, and have a very safe rest of y'all's day. I will recap tomorrow's trade if I take one. See you guys.